Obviously not the way we should have started the game, and you look at the first quarter where we give up 40, but then I thought we locked in, we gave up 20 the next quarter, and then we held them under 30 in all the other quarters. But, they're a dangerous team. As I said, I don't think you can look at their record and understand what kind of talent they have. I thought Kevin Porter Jr., I thought he was great. And then when you look at the young kid, Jalen Green, and the bounce that he has and the athleticism, that he has, you can see that, they got some good pieces going together. And then, obviously, Eric Gordon is just a good, steady, veteran guy to have there. So, and they get out and they run, and that's the thing that I would like to see us be what they are right now. And that's, leading the league in pace and attacking all the time. I thought we did a much better job tonight of doing that, but I still think we've got to become consistent. They do it night in and night out. We got to come to the point where we're doing that night in and night out.
Alvin, 33 assists tonight. It seems like your team was moving the ball better, lots of running lanes. Did they show some improvement on that?
I thought so, and the thing that we talked about in our pregame meeting was that, the one thing, they're very good at attacking, but they also are not very good at defending attacks, So they're first in attacking, and then they're, I think, the 29th or 30th in the league. So we said we have to get the ball to the paint, and we have to be able to score from the paint. We had 60 points in the paint tonight, and a lot of those come from attacking early, trying to be in transition, and then driving and kicking or driving and landing up.
Alvin, what do you think of Bagley and just his ability to, around the rim, looked like the thumb, the hand didn't really have much to bother him?
No, I thought Marvin played well. I thought he did a really good job of finding open spots. When we drove the basketball, and even when we would, drive at baseline and what we call the Nash, where he's driving baseline and circling back. He just found those open holes in the defense and was able to finish at the basket. I thought he shot some really nice shots and had some really nice touch on the ball.
It was a season high for Marvin scoring, and his previous high was Wednesday. Is there anything you can point to that's been clicking for him, and how can he build off this week?
Well, I just think he's got to continue to be consistent, and there's that word again. I don't think I've ever talked to you guys without using it. But, I thought that he was very active tonight. I thought he was really did a good job. And I thought he did a good job on the boards also. Obviously, I thought that the way he rebounded the basketball and how he went after some of the balls, and even in the crash zone, I thought he did a good job with that. So we need that kind of play out of him, and we need that, for the remainder of the season. That's what we'd like to have.
Hey, Coach, you talked about it. You always talk about how you want pace to continue to get quicker and quicker, play like these guys do. What do you think is kind of holding you from getting to that point, and what is the hurdle you need to get past?
I don't think we have natural runners, and if you don't have natural runners, it's got to be something that they are very, conscious of every single play. And, we'll do it over a stretch, and then we'll kind of fall back, and then we'll do it over a stretch. I think what you see with them is that they're pretty much doing it all the time. They're the number one team in the league in pace. And I think because of that, you can see that they get a lot of easy baskets. They cause a lot of mismatches, because if you cross-match in transition, you don't have an opportunity really to just get back to your guy, so you end up guarding a guy, and it could be a mismatch. So they do a lot of things. I think Stephen Salas has done a lot of good things of putting them in a position where, obviously they're young and they're still adding pieces. But I think you can see that they create a lot of mismatches and a lot of easy baskets because of the pace that they play with.
Alvin, we didn't see a lot of Chimezie in the second half. Was there something physically wrong there?
He had a little soreness in his knee, and so rather than, risk anything. I don't think it's any big deal, but, it just didn't make sense for us to put him out there, and he wasn't moving exactly like he has been. So we held him out for the remainder of the game.
It was one of the more efficient scoring nights from De'Aaron again tonight. When he is scoring efficiently like that, what's the difference in your mind?
Well, I think when he's scoring like that, number one, it gives us an opportunity to set our defense. So they're not running off misses, and it's a lot easier to run off misses than it is makes. So when he's that efficient and doing what he did tonight, getting the ball in the paint, then it helps us in all areas, really, because, like I said, the big thing is that it gives us an opportunity to sprint back and set our defense.
Alvin, I know that's kind of a thing just with this season and kind of even last season where it's almost a little common to see opponents in 2 consecutive spans, I guess, even with a day apart like you have here. Is this, for a team that hasn't made the playoffs, do you want them to kind of use this as like some sort of playoff preparation, I guess, or is that a little bit too corny there?
I think that's a good question, and that's one of the things that we talked about, that, where you have a day off and you're playing the same team, number one, it's really, really difficult to beat a team twice. It doesn't matter if it's on your court or their court or whatever. So you have to be locked in. You got to be ready for any adjustments that they may make. And then obviously tomorrow we're going to talk about a few adjustments that we'd have to make. But then you have to go out and you have to stick with the game plan. I thought we got a little bit away from the game plan tonight, and we gave up too many open threes when we should have been switching we had drives to the baskets, when we should have been in coverage. And so those are just a few things that we just got to work on and make sure that we get that tight.
Coach, we got one on Zoom. Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Alvin. Yeah, just on Marvin's night, he played a lot at the 5 tonight, which is something we haven't seen all too often this year. How much of that do you think factored into his performance, and do you think that's something we could see more going forward, or was it more out of necessity with the lineup situation?
Well, a lot of it was the lineup situation. We tried Alec, and, that's asking a lot of Alen to go out and guard a guy that's really kind of a 3-4 is what Christian Woods is. So we tried it a few times, and then we just decided that maybe matching Marvin with him would be a better situation, and it just played out that way. So, we've got some guys that have played great at the 5 spot for us. When you think about D. Jones and, Tristan has given us good minutes, and, Alex has played and given us good minutes. So I don't, we didn't go, let's move Marvin to 5. It was just really pretty much out of necessity. But I thought he did a great job and did exactly what we needed for him to do to have the impact that he had in the game.